Ever look at your bank account and wonder, where does it all go? You work hard, you earn a decent living, but somehow, you're always just treading water, never really getting ahead. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. The hard truth is, most people are stuck in a cycle that keeps them financially strapped. But today, we're not just going to talk about the problem. We're going to talk about the solution. Welcome to Profit Path, the channel where we map out your journey to financial freedom. And in this video, we're diving deep into why most people stay broke and, more importantly, how you can escape the trap. Let's start with a little story. Meet Alex. Alex has a good job, makes a solid income, and lives in a nice apartment. From the outside, Alex looks successful, but behind the scenes, Alex is stressed. The paycheck comes in, and immediately it's gone. Rent, car payment, student loans, credit card bills, a few nights out with friends. By the end of the month, there's nothing left. Alex dreams of traveling, starting a business, or just having a safety net, but it feels impossible. This isn't just Alex's story. It's the story of millions. The first reason people stay broke is something I call the income illusion. We're conditioned to believe that a higher salary automatically equals more wealth, but that's a dangerous myth. What often happens is something called lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, so you get a nicer car. You get a promotion, so you move to a bigger house. Your income goes up, but your expenses rise right along with it. Sometimes even faster. You're on a treadmill, running faster and faster but staying in the exact same place. You're earning more, but you're not getting any wealthier. The key isn't just how much you make, it's how much you keep. We'll come back to how you can master this later on. The second major roadblock on the path to wealth is the debt trap. We live in a society that normalizes debt. From student loans to mortgages, credit cards, and car financing, we're told that borrowing is just a part of modern life. And while some debt, like a mortgage on a sensible home, can be a tool, most of the time, it's a cage. High-interest debt, especially from credit cards, is like trying to climb a mountain with an anchor tied to your leg. You take one step forward with your income, but the interest pulls you 2 steps back. Every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar that isn't working for you. It's working for the bank. Think about it. If you have a $5,000 credit card balance at 20% interest, you're paying $1,000 a year just for the privilege of being in debt. That's $1,000 you could have invested, saved, or used to build your future. Escaping the debt trap is non-negotiable if you want to build real wealth. Now, for the third reason, and this one is subtle but incredibly powerful, a lack of financial education. We go to school for years to learn history, science, and literature. But how many of us ever took a class on budgeting, investing, or understanding taxes? Most of us are thrown into the financial world completely unprepared. We learn about money through trial and error, or worse, through marketing and advertising that's designed to make us spend, not save. We don't understand the power of compound interest. We don't know the difference between an asset and a liability. A simple definition: an asset puts money in your pocket, and a liability takes money out of it. The wealthy focus on acquiring assets, stocks, real estate, businesses. Most other people spend their lives acquiring liabilities: fancy cars, expensive gadgets, and things that lose value over time. Without this fundamental knowledge, you're navigating the complex world of finance with no map and no compass. It's no wonder so many people get lost. So, we've identified the traps: the income illusion, the debt trap, and the financial education gap. It sounds a bit grim, doesn't it? But here's the good news. Every single one of these traps has an escape route. You have the power to change your financial destiny, and it starts right now. Let's talk about how to escape. First, to combat the income illusion, you need to implement one of the most powerful financial principles ever created. Pay yourself first. This is a complete mindset shift. Before you pay your rent, before you pay your bills, before you buy groceries, you take a portion of your income, whether it's 10%, 5%, or even just 1% to start, and you move it into a separate savings or investment account. This isn't what's left over at the end of the month. It's the first and most important bill you pay. By doing this, you're treating your future as a priority, not an afterthought. You force yourself to live on the rest. This simple habit breaks the cycle of lifestyle inflation. As your income grows, that percentage you're saving also grows, meaning you're automatically building wealth as you earn more. This is the secret to making your income actually work for you. Next, let's break out of the debt trap. This requires a focused strategic attack. I recommend the debt avalanche or debt snowball method. With the debt avalanche, you list all your debts from the highest interest rate to the lowest. You make the minimum payments on all of them, but you throw every extra dollar you can find at the debt with the highest interest rate. Once that's paid off, you take all the money you were paying on that debt and roll it over to the next one on the list. This method saves you the most money in interest over time. The debt snowball is similar, but you start with the smallest debt balance first. Paying it off quickly gives you a psychological win and builds momentum. Whichever method you choose, the key is to be relentless. Cut up the credit cards if you have to. Find ways to earn extra income or cut expenses temporarily just to throw more fuel on the fire. Becoming debt-free is like taking off a weighted vest. You'll feel lighter, faster, and ready to run towards your financial goals. Finally, how do we close the financial education gap? You're already doing it. By watching videos like this, you are taking the first step. You need to become a lifelong student of personal finance. You don't need a PhD in economics, but you do need to understand the basics. Start by reading a few key books. I highly recommend The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel and The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. They are fantastic starting points that are easy to understand. Listen to podcasts, follow reputable finance channels here on YouTube, and most importantly, start tracking your money. Use a simple budgeting app or even just a spreadsheet. When you see exactly where your money is going, you're no longer in the dark. You can make conscious, informed decisions. This is how you go from being a passenger in your financial life to being the driver. Let's put it all together. Imagine 6 months from now. You've been paying yourself first, and you've built up a small emergency fund. You've used the debt avalanche method to pay off your highest interest credit card. You've been reading and learning, and you finally understand what it means to make your money work for you. You're not a millionaire overnight, but for the first time, you feel in control. You feel a sense of hope and possibility that wasn't there before. That's not a fantasy. That is the tangible result of applying these principles. It's not about deprivation. It's about intentionality. It's about deciding that your future is more important than a new gadget or an expensive dinner today. It's about building a life where your choices are dictated by your dreams, not by your bills. The path from being broke to being financially secure is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be bumps along the road. You might have an unexpected expense that sets you back. You might feel tempted to fall back into old habits. That's okay. The key is to not give up. Every single day you have a chance to make a choice that moves you closer to your goal. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and focus on the next right decision. Start small. Automate your savings. Celebrate your wins like paying off a small debt. Share your goals with someone you trust to hold you accountable. You can do this. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and your first step is deciding that you deserve a better financial future. Thank you so much for joining me today on Profit Path. I truly hope this has given you a clear and actionable plan to escape the financial traps that hold so many people back. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel reach more people who need to hear this message. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What is the one step you are going to take this week to start your journey? Sharing your commitment is a powerful motivator. And of course, if you want more content to help you navigate your way to financial freedom, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the path.